Good morning guys, I hope all is well. Got some great news to share with you. My BSA has been accepted into this year's One Motorcycle show. The only problem is it looks like this, and so I've got some work to do to start putting this bike back together again in about 8 weeks, which is when the show is here in Portland, Oregon. So time to start putting the front end together and reassembling this cool BSA. Here are the old fork seals and the new seals on the bench, and these are pretty badly damaged now. You saw that they perished when I tried to drive them out, but they have this metal case around the outside of these old ones, so obviously very substantial. These, on the other hand, they're a rubber or a composite mix with the spring on the inside, so they still feel very firm and durable. They've also got a rib profile here, whereas these obviously were flat. Thankfully, what I found was part of my fork seal and bearing driver kit is this one here fits. I think it's 39.5 millimeters. So I'm going to put those on there, grease them up a little bit, and then fit them back into the seal holders. Yep, that's it. They're up against the lip. Here are the two new fork tubes on the bench, and they look really nice. They're very nice quality units. And here are the old ones. I think they're pretty straight actually, but they look a little rough and they've been bashed to heck. I suppose possibly they've been put in a press or a vise, because it feels like they've been squished at some point. Anyway, they came in handy as a tool to straighten this lower triple tree that was bent. So now it's a matter of putting the fork seal holders back on the fork tubes and then reassembling everything. I'll just start by putting a little bit of oil on these fork tubes. This will help getting the oil seal holders over the fork tubes. Have to be careful not to cut or damage the end of these. Oh yeah, they just slipped right over. Oh yeah. And thanks again, Aid, for your help with these. Next item is the circlip. Great point. You don't want to try and expand that and put that on afterwards or have to take everything off again. Then the top bush. I'll just like that. Lovely, lovely fit. Actually, what Aid was saying was maybe check to see if there's any play in the old forks, and maybe just a little bit, but not much. They're pretty tight on there. Yeah, maybe a bit more in that one. But these, no play whatsoever. And then the bottom bush. Lovely. And then the nut with the washer at the bottom, and then I'll tighten these up. Great. Just put a little oil on the bushes. I haven't tried to put these in the fork bottoms yet, so it will be interesting to see if they're going as easy as the old ones came out. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, lovely. Oh yeah, they went straight down. Actually went beyond the slot where this circlip is going to go next. I got new circlips as well, just in case. So okay, next step is to put this circlip on. And thanks again, Aid, for your help with this in terms of things to watch out for, in particular not scratching this tube at all with this circlip when it goes back on. So that will be the next job, just to get this clip back on. And bridging the gap as well. There's a little cutaway. We want to make sure that we don't leave that open end where the cutaway is, otherwise we can't get hold of it to get it out. It should be sort of like over the cutaway so we can get a little pick or something behind it. Well, the first leg is done. It was a little tricky. The cutaway slot is just here on the other side of the tube. There's the circlip, and I want the gap of the circlip to be away from that slot there so that you can get it off in the future. What I read online, because I struggled with this bit, I must say, push that down first of all, clamp it in place, pick in the slot, punch to push it down. Oh, it did it again. Oh, it's in. Oh my gosh. Here I'm just greasing up these SRM taper roller bearings in preparation for fitting. This bottom triple tree, this yoke, has just come out of the freezer. It's been in the freezer for about 4 hours, so that the bottom taper bearing can go over the sleeve. This steering head bearing dust cover, this cap, it does sit a little higher than previously with the ball bearings, but hopefully that shouldn't be a problem. I've fitted the steering stem sleeve nut already through the top triple tree, the yoke, so that it's easier to screw on to the bottom yoke. Otherwise you've got to try and press it through the hole of the top triple tree and make a connection so that it screws on. I was a bit nervous about it stripping the thread. I'm just loosely fitting the headlight brackets, these ears, and I'll tighten up everything obviously once I get the forks reassembled. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do remember to subscribe and hit the little bell, and then you'll get notifications whenever I release a new video. I'll see you next week.